Here's how to square a house and why you'll never have to use mental math again to figure out what the best triangle is to use to do that. When we're squaring a house and snapping lines, we use what's called a Pythagorean theorem. I'll show you an example of it right here. The Pythagorean theorem states that any three sides of a triangle of a 90-degree right triangle is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this instance, we have our A, B, and C side are 3 foot, 4 foot, and 5 foot. And the reason that works for us is we can measure out 3 feet, measure out 4 feet, and guess where it's going to be, and then measure from our first point to our second point and draw another line, and that perfectly delineates how to make a right triangle. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, and 5 squared is 25. 9 plus 16 equals 25. It works out perfectly. And we can just use these numbers and just extrapolate up with the backside of the EZDeet triangle using whatever size biggest triangle we can use. 6 times 3 times 4 times 5, any of these numbers. So extrapolating out this concept, we can try to find the biggest triangle we can fit into this slab. In this instance, it happens to be 27, 36, and 45. We got those numbers by multiplying 3, 4, 5 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27, 9 times 4 is 36, and 9 times 5 is 45. So this length of the house we'll be able to measure out at 27. This length will be 36. And when we do our third line, it'll be 45. And I'll show that to you right now. This exterior wall is a 2x4 wall. So we snap the line 3.5 inches from the outside. This one is a 2x6. We put a mark at 5.5 and we hold the tape measure on 5.5 and come down here and mark out 27 mark. We put it actually at 27, 5.5 because he's holding me at 5.5, but the distance from line to here is 27 feet. Right there. Then we know the other side of this triangle of the 27, 36, 45 triangle, 36. We just kind of guess where it is, but still make sure that we put the line at 36 feet. We burn 3.5 because we're 3.5 there. Then we take the end of the tape measure over the previous mark we made, and we know that the third length is 45 feet. He's burning me a foot. I put it on 46 actually, but the actual measurement is 45 feet. We draw our second crosshair. And as you can see where we snapped our line the other day, splits the crosshair perfectly. So that's using a triangle that has a length of 27 and 36. The hypotenuse is going to be 45. We know that when we snap this line, our corner is going to be perfectly square. Our house is going to be square. The cabinet guys, the flooring guys, they'll all be happy with us. And that's how you use it. Using the EZDeet 2 makes it easy. No matter what the triangle is, if you had a smaller house and only were able to fit a 24 by 32 by 40 triangle, use that. If it's a super big house, one length would be 48, one length would be 64, and your hypotenuse would be 80. Any measurement you need, all on the back of the EZDeet. To learn more about the EZDeet and how to use it, please see our other videos. Thank you for your interest in the EZDeet, the efficient way to detail by Garby Innovations.